Conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. Conspiracy theories often stir controversy, but some have proven to be true. Here are a few well-known examples. 1. Project Mkultra. Asterisk theory. The U.S. government conducts secret mind control experiments on citizens. Asterisk truth. In the 1950s and 1960s, the CIA indeed conducted the Mkultra program, testing the effects of various substances, including LSD, on mind control. These experiments were carried out on people without their consent. 2. Operation Northwoods. Asterisk theory. The U.S. government planned false flag attacks on its own citizens to justify military intervention. Asterisk truth. In 1962, the U.S. military did indeed draft a plan to carry out false flag attacks that were to be blamed on Cuba. The plan was never implemented, but documents confirming its existence were revealed in the 1990s. 3. Watergate scandal. Asterisk theory. President Richard Nixon's administration was involved in illegal activities, including wiretapping political opponents. Asterisk truth. It was revealed that Nixon's administration did indeed organize the break-in at the Democratic Party headquarters in the Watergate building and attempted to cover it up, ultimately leading to Nixon's resignation. 4. Tuskegee syphilis study. Asterisk theory. The U.S. government deliberately did not treat black men with syphilis to study the natural progression of the disease. Asterisk truth. From 1932 to 1972, the Public Health Service indeed conducted a study in which African American men with syphilis were not treated, even though an effective treatment was available. The men were not informed of their diagnosis and were not provided with proper care. 5. NSA surveillance. Asterisk theory. The U.S. government is massively surveilling its citizens and collecting data without their consent. Asterisk truth. Thanks to Edward Snowden's revelations in 2013, the world learned that the NSA indeed conducted widespread surveillance programs, collecting data on phone calls, emails, and other forms of communication on a massive scale. These cases show that sometimes there are indeed secrets and actions by governments or organizations that later turn out to be true. Project Mkultra. An in-depth look. Project Mkultra is one of the most controversial and mysterious research programs in U.S. history. It was conducted by the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, from the early 1950s until its official end in 1973. The program aimed to develop mind control methods that could be used for various purposes, including interrogations, behavior manipulation, and weakening enemies' decision-making abilities. Goals and scope of Project Mkultra. Mkultra encompassed a wide range of experiments, many of which were conducted on unsuspecting American citizens and people from other countries. The CIA was interested in understanding and developing mind control techniques that could be used against enemies during the Cold War. These experiments aimed to 1. Testing psychoactive substances. The most well-known aspect of Mkultra involved experiments with LSD and other psychoactive substances. The CIA tested how these drugs affected the mind and whether they could be used to control behavior, induce trance states, or extract information during interrogations. 2. Use of hypnosis. The program also investigated the potential use of hypnosis for mind control, including programming individuals to carry out tasks without their conscious knowledge. 3. Sensory deprivation. Experiments involved isolating people from external stimuli for extended periods, aiming to break their will and increase susceptibility to suggestions. 4. Testing on prisoners and psychiatric patients. Many participants in the experiments were prisoners, psychiatric patients, and marginalized individuals. They were often unaware that they were subjects of research. 5. Electrostimulation and lobotomy. In some cases, electrostimulation of the brain and lobotomy were used to explore their effects on mind control. Consequences and discovery of the program. The scale and brutality of some experiments within Mkultra led to severe psychological and physical harm to the participants. Many suffered permanent damage, and some cases resulted in death. Mkultra remained secret for many years until the early 1970s, when information about its existence began to leak to the public. In 1975, the United States Senate established a special committee, known as the Church Committee, to investigate illegal CIA activities, including Mkultra. The committee's findings shocked the public and led to the revelation of many details about the program. Legacy of Mkultra. Project Mkultra is often cited as an example of government and intelligence agency abuse of power. The exposure of Mkultra heightened public concerns about the ethics of scientific research and the limits that should be placed on government actions. The program also influenced the implementation of stricter regulations on human research ethics. Despite the passage of time, the full scale and details of the activities conducted under Mkultra are still not fully known, as many documents were destroyed by the CIA before the investigation began. Mkultra remains one of the darkest chapters in the history of covert intelligence operations.